Invented along the beaches of South Carolina, the Carolina Shag is, after all, our state dance. So it would behoove us all to know how to do it. Joining us with a fun event happening at our coast is Kae Childs, Shag Dance Instructor and author. We'll get to that in just a little bit.
Oh, goodness.
But we've just been having a wonderful time talking about the Shag. And you've been dancing this dance for how long?
It's so long, I can't remember. When I was little, or when we were in high school, that's what we would do after school, was teach each other how to shag. But then we didn't count, so it was harder. We had to just say, do this or do that, and we would do that. But now we actually, most teachers do count.
Yeah, and how would you describe the Shag dance?
I would describe it as a slowed down jitterbug. When it hit the South, the jukeboxes had like bluesy, more a little bit slower music. So we I wasn't around then, but they slowed it down to what we now call the Shag.
Maybe you can give us a little bit of a history. When was this dance invented?
Well, that's very questionable. I did some research and everybody has a different answer to that, but it seems like it got popular in the 30s and 40s, and of course it hit Myrtle Beach. And then the most important thing was in 1984, one of our legislators brought it to the legislature and they declared it as our state dance. So South Carolina has the Shag as their state dance, and then in 2001, beach music became our state music. So we're one of the few states that has a state dance and a state music.
And a state bird, which is the mosquito, but
I don't know.
that's another segment. But the Shag, watching especially professionals doing the Shag dance is something to behold. It's like the feet, they don't really come off the ground so much. They're just so smooth and almost melt into the floor. How long does it take you to become that proficient?
Well, you are describing it so perfectly, because people say it's just beautiful and it is smooth, but that does not happen overnight. That happens after a lot of time. But everybody can start, and you can find a teacher, or some people do get it off of YouTube or something. To me, that's a little harder. I think we said earlier I had done a couple of DVDs, and some people will say I actually learned from just watching the DVD. But it is easier with someone there that has been there. But that's just it just depends on whether you want to just have fun, and you can do that with just a couple of weeks. But if you want to become really, really, really good, that could even take a couple of years.
Goodness. Well, being the instructor that you are the perfect source to take classes from, and that's exactly why you're here today, is to tell us about a special event that's going to be taking place. Tell us more about this.
Okay. Well, at Freshfields Farms, which is in a perfect location between Kiowa, Seabrook, and Johns Island, about 30 minutes from downtown, and doing the Charleston and the Freshfields Village got together, decided to host a free evening from 6 to 8 every Tuesday night, and it's one of the prettiest venues I've ever seen, our dance there.
Do you have to bring a partner, or will there be some?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so you can find partners there.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's part of the fun.
That's part of the fun. So for all you singles out there, you might find a partner in life and dance. You are also an author. Tell us about your book. You came out with this book a few years ago now.
I did. It's called Life is a Dance, and it's like 30 little short stories of my experiences since I've been teaching dance. And I've heard it makes you laugh and it makes you cry.
Oh, and hearing from a dancer's perspective, I'm sure that you've seen and heard it all. It's a profound profession to be in, but you're not just an instructor, you also teach at USC.
I do.
Yeah, and so when we think of the Shag dance, though, it's for all ages. It's not just for the young ones who can do all the tricks. It's for everybody.
From 6 to 96.
Yeah. And for people who want to go beyond what's happening down at Kiowa, where can they find out more information on classes?
Wow, get in touch with me.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to tell them about everything. And it's not just me. We have teachers, really good teachers all over the place. And it's just a great exercise. That's one of the great things. Good exercise, healthy, meet new people, gather with the not old friends, but friends from the past.
Yes.
And I can't say enough about what it's meant to my life.
Yeah, and maybe in a couple of words you can tell us, because you live and breathe dance.
I do.
And have done so for a while now. So for anybody who's a little bit shy, you know, what do you think they'll get from that experience? Perfect
thing. And like I said, if you're from 6 to 96, if you can count to 6, if you know your right from your left, you can learn. And my thing I tell my students is always say yes. If someone says, well, would you like to dance? It's yes. You don't want to say, I don't like that song, you're too good for me, you're too bad for me. You just get out there and do it. And that's the best way to meet other people. I think that's wonderful advice to end on. Again, this is going to be taking place at Freshfields Village. This is the Lakeside Dock at Kiowa Island. It is free, 6 to 8 p.m. every Tuesday through August. Through August. That's wonderful. Who knows, they might even do it more. Let's do this. You never know. Sounds like fun. Thank you so much, Kae. It's a pleasure to talk to you. My pleasure. We're back after this.